Hi, welcome to the National Quiz Choice Online News, and Mr. Al Hafiz. Please tell us more about your book, and also inform our viewers how they can get hold of your poetry as well.
Okay, firstly, this is my first collection of poems. It's called Voices in My Head. But okay, I know what you're thinking, right? Don't worry, I'm not a crazy person, right? Basically, these voices in my head, even though it may sound personal, but it's actually the voices of every single one of us. Because I believe that every single one of us, we are governed by three senses: the body, the mind, and the heart. Not the literal heart, but the metaphorical heart. And that's how I divide my book as well. Yes, no, what if. What we want, what we think we want, and what we actually want. So that's how I divide my book. And basically, this book is really about voices that we hear, voices that we don't hear, voices that we do not want to hear. Where you can get my book? Okay, I'm having my first book launch next week, together with two other books as well. It's happening at 211 Roof Terrace Cafe at Holland Road Shopping Centre. So do drop by there. Alternatively, I'll be selling it at other bookstores as well, but maybe in May, June, yeah. So wait for that as well.
Will that be available in Amazon anytime soon?
Okay, honestly, I'm not a technologically literate person, so I believe I will use internet as one of the platform as well once I'm able to master how to use it.
So what inspired you to come up with the title Voices in My Head?
Okay, there's a few inspirations, but I think one of the main is because I do theatre as well, and one of the things that I do often is character work. You know, okay, don't judge me about the thing that I often do as a hobby is to people watch. I observe people, I study them, how they walk, how they talk, their characters, their gestures, their quirks, you know. And I have this strange habit of, like, when I look at someone's face, I tend to de-age them, you know, how they are when they were an infant, how they will look like when they're 70 years old. And from there I realized that people always put on faces, you know. We don't just put on clothes in the morning or decide what to wear, what to eat, but the first thing we do when we wake up every morning is to decide what face do we put on, what is the voice that we are going to put on today. So that's kind of the reason why I decided to go with this. And also the idea that to me, I'm very interested in the idea of liminal spaces. You know, the idea of hearing the voice, you know, not just the voice that we hear or we don't hear, but what about the voice that wants to be heard. So that's what I'm interested in. The book itself, you will see that there are some not illustrations, but more of designs. Because I also believe in the idea of collaborations. I collaborated with a friend of mine who's an artist. Her name is Kai AK. So I believe that arts is a collective pursuit. It's no longer an individual pursuit. So I'm all about collaboration.
So could you give us just one reading from one of your poetries from your book?
Sure. Maybe I'll read a personal favorite of mine. Okay. I wrote this last year. It's a prose poem I wrote last year during December 2012, during the whole hype of, oh no, the world is going to end. So it was during that time period. Okay, it is called If the World Doesn't End in 2012. If the world doesn't end in 2012, then I want to break up. Yes, a breakup with you. Please don't get me wrong, it's not you, it's me. When you innocently asked if you had grown fat when you couldn't fit into the skinny fit jeans, and I answered, no honey, you look fine. I lied. Even 3 pairs of jeans wouldn't fit you. When I said you were the apple of my eye, that I really meant it, an oversized one. But although my eyes were gazing at you affectionately, my hands were kept busy on somebody else. If the world doesn't end in 2012, then let me sleep in. Let me forget what comes after Sunday. Let me forget about having to wake up at 5 to brush my teeth, at 6 to go to school, and at 7 rushing for the bus cramped with mindless zombies. Let me roll in bed as I make love to my bolster repeatedly, over and over again. And while I'm at it, I'll even have my breakfast in bed. If the world doesn't end in 2012, then return me that $20 you owed me. I know I said to keep the change, but I want it back now. Money doesn't grow on trees, and times are bad these days. A plate of rice cost me 5. That's 4 plates I can get. So please, give me back my 20, for I owed loan sharks money too. The world may not end in 2012, but my world will end if I don't pay up. If the world doesn't end in 2012, then I might consider getting a tattoo. the shape of a transcendental butterfly inked across my back. One that 10-year-old girls would cringe and want to lay their hands on. I might consider trying ice, cane, everything nice. I might consider running away from home just for the fun of it. I might consider burning down all the mosques, churches, temples, the mark of institutionalized religion, forcing me to bow down and pray to He who can't be named. I refuse to anymore. But if the world will end in 2012, then I will pray away my sins for one last time. I will give away all my change and never ask for it again. I will wake up early to see the sun rise at its finest hour, and I watch it rise with you, my love, the apple of my eye.
Wow,
Thank you.
amazing. So what's next for you?
What's next for me?
Yes, are you going to be, are you still writing your next book?
Well, currently, because I'm also a performer, so I'm doing performances. I'm also writing scripts. Currently, I'm in collaboration with a Caucasian man, writing a script on Malay history. So you see, there's this idea of alienation from the both of us. I'm also, in terms of writing per se, I'm also trying to write my first collection of microfictions as well. So that's basically, writing-wise, that's what I'm going to do.
Great. And so when can our fans, able to, look out for your future activities and your new book?
Okay.
Do you have a website or a Facebook of some sort?
As of now, I do not have a website, but you can find me at my name, Al-Hafiz Sanusi, at my Facebook. Okay, because I often put up my writings there as well, and I often ask for some feedbacks or general comments about it as well. So do drop by. Just do add me at Al-Hafiz Sanusi. Just find me.